Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for always coming back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for great support. For my returning subscribers, for my new viewers, welcome. Feel free to like, share, and comment to the videos. Otherwise, thank you so much for great support. So now, Ruto hana bahati. Because now the pressure is coming left, right, and center. There is no peace for Ruto. Meaning that now Ruto, wherever he is just receiving some pressure coming left, right, and center. And that's why you can clearly note that now so many Kenyans are talking about this thing known as Ruto must go. And another one known as one term. Meaning that now the resident and the people of the Republic of Kenya has now decided that Ruto will be a one term, whether he like it or not. So now, Professor Fred Ogola today at K24 said that the problem the president is encouraging is that there is incompetence in every department. And you can clearly see in every department now there is an issue. If you see the Department of Agriculture, there is an issue. Either the fertilizer is fake or either there is no fertilizer in the store. Haya, if you look at the Department of Health, people are claiming that SHA is not working or either the SHA has no funds. Haya, if you go on the Department of Education, you can clearly see Mara there is no allocation for the national exams. Mara there is no allocation for the capitations. So many things on that side. Then if you go in the side of again health, you can clearly see that there is no money for payment of doctors. Yeah, if you can clearly see there is some demonstration of the doctors claiming that they are not paid. So if you go again on the side of the public service, you can clearly see. Yeah? If you go on the side of the sports, you can clearly see. If you go on the side of security, you can clearly see. So now, meaning that this government now, it has no time for rest. That's why I'm saying that now Ruto is receiving pressure left, right, and center. Meaning that there is incompetence in every department. As I've showed you, if you go in the health, you will find. If you go in education, you will find some. If you go in the side of security, you will find some. So this meaning that this incompetence is totally destroying Ruto's regime. And that's why you are seeing now Professor Fred Ogola is coming out to say that the problem the president is encountering is that there is incompetence in every department. Welcome guys to my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe the channel. Otherwise, thank you so much for that subscription. Let's continue. So now the Kenya Kwanza has shown how incompetent some people are. For example, we can clearly see this Kenya Kwanza at the onstart they were very delivering regime, but it came at a point where now people started failing one by one, and it started where this finance bill 2024 came. There at that place now, these leaders of ours, they were tested if they can listen the ground and if they can follow the crowd. That means that now, due to their negligence and other things, now it ended up exposing them. And now that's why you are seeing now in the regime of William Ruto, we are seeing some of the incompetence leaders, the likes of Kina Mudavadi. You can clearly see that now when Mudavadi was on Citizen TV. Some of the questions he was not even answering the way he should answer them. And that's why Mudavadi used to speak like he could turn around this country. Hapo zamani alikuwa anaongea as if anaweza turn this country around. But the real thing is that Mudavadi now he has been exposed so badly. And that's why he is among the people who are incompetent. So now we can clearly see that these departments are really troubling Ruto, because akijaribu correcti another one inalipuka, akijaribu correcti another one inalipuka. That means that now the big problem Ruto is facing is the incompetence. And this is not just incompetence. Even himself, you can clearly see the things he's doing. Let us not just blame the people around him, but he himself also is so incompetent. And that's why you are keep seeing that every day anaongeza the advisors. Even today, aliappoint the advisor. There is a new advisor. And you can clearly see that this kind of advisors when Ruto every time anaappoint, it's just the misuse of the public man, because huyu jamaa atataka mshahara. Every advisor will need a salary, and this salary is coming from the pockets of the common mwananchi. And that's why unaona Ruto kila time tu ni appoint advisor, so akona so many advisors. You can say that Ruto has so many advisors, even more than the CSS, because every day he appoints advisor. Even today he appoints an advisor. President William Ruto has appointed a former Turkana North MP and East Africa Legislature Assembly member Christopher Doe Nakuleo as his new senior political advisor, further expanding the growing list of presidential advisors in his administration. What does this mean? Because now kila time tu akona advisors, meaning that yeye aoni kitu yenye wananchi wanapitia. Yeye kazi yake tu ni kuongeza the offices hapo juu. Na these offices zinahitaji funds ndo zirun, zinahitaji some of the facilities ndo zirun. So meaning that mwenye ataumia is the common mwananchi. Common mwananchi yeye anaamka asubuhi kutafuta hiyo pesa, in which now our leaders wanaichukulia mzaha na wanaiwaste kwa juu. And now you can clearly see by, for example, William Ruto, what he is doing. Every day he is appointing an advisor. And these advisors, every day they should have something in which they need the salary. And this salary is not less than $1 million. So that means that now, William Ruto, let us not just blame the people surrounding him. Him also is a problem. So I want us to watch the video of Professor Fred Ogola talking about the incompetency of this regime. Then we proceed. But before we proceed, guys, please, if you're watching this video for the first time or you are encountering this channel for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. If you subscribe, you automatically support. Otherwise, thank you so much for that subscription. Let's watch the video.
The problem that the president is encountering is that there is glaring incompetence in every department, whether it's education. Look at Bitok. Bitok is a diplomat. Is PS education. Education is in trouble. Mudavadi, the headline is saying fumbling Mudavadi. In fact, Kenya Kwanza has done something that I thank God for having brought them, to show how incompetent some people were when they were in camera. You know, Mudavadi used to speak like he can turn around this country. Raila Odinga team used to think that ODM can be the best. Look at how Atandi is managing the issue of budget and the rest. So incompetence. Secondly, corruption has been a problem. That's why people suspect that even how you're allocating these houses, there was corruption. Third, trust deficit is big. So the president could have worked on how can he regain the trust so that whatever you do, people can see positively. Because without that, you can do anything no one will believe. You see, as a man at home, it's not just good to be faithful to your wife. It's also good to make her believe you're faithful. Those are very important things. Then lastly, economically flawed. That's why I want to go to your problem. The affordable housing is being done with an economic problem. For example, housing can only be addressed using market forces. You cannot use government policy and investment in it. That's why the one in Brazil failed. If I was president today, do you know what I'll do? I will not bother collecting house levy from people. I will even outlaw it. But what I'll do, I'll ensure that any housing being constructed below 3 million shillings, you understand me? I'll give it tax-free and give it tax incentives.
So, you can clearly note that things are not good on the side of William Samoei Ruto. Because now, this pressure, it will end up messing with him terribly. Because left, right, every day there is a pressure coming. And that means that this regime has totally failed. A kind of totally failed regime, meaning that every day there is a something, every day there is a mistake, meaning that this regime has totally failed. As a Kenyan watching this, or as any person watching this, what's your opinion on this? Drop it at the comment section. Others, thank you so much for great support. Keep on subscribing, liking, and sharing. Let's meet in another video.